At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Ranked number one in innovation for 10 consecutive years and number two among public universities for employability, ASU isn't just ahead of the curve, it's creating new paths to success. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online, that's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundlesssuccess to join today. Let's get you to the next level.
We're here because the news is being distorted. We're here because people are being inundated with misinformation on social media. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup.
This is the raw, naked truth.
The U.S. debates plans for Iran. A major Supreme Court decision for transgender children, the Navy hits recruitment goals, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. President Trump has approved military strike plans against Iran, but is delaying execution, the Wall Street Journal reported on Wednesday. Following a Situation Room meeting Tuesday night, Trump said he would wait to see if Tehran backs down from its nuclear ambitions before issuing a final order. Tehran warned that such involvement could trigger all-out war. While Israel and Iran have already traded blows for 6 days, Iran's most fortified nuclear sites, buried deep beneath mountains, remain untouched and are largely impervious to conventional weapons. Meanwhile, foreign ministers from Germany, France, and Britain are set to meet Iran's top diplomat Friday in Geneva, aiming to secure verifiable guarantees that Iran's nuclear program remains strictly civilian. Senator Tim Kaine introduced a Senate resolution requiring congressional approval or a formal declaration of war in order for Trump to strike Iran. Kaine explained that the resolution, which mirrors the bipartisan bill put forward by Representatives Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie in the House, will ensure that if we decide to place our nation's men and women in uniform into harm's way, we will have a debate and vote on it in Congress. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu took to social media Thursday morning to say Israel will exact the full price from Iran following its missile barrage on civilians. In a post to his X account, Netanyahu called out Iran's terrorist tyrants for launching missiles at Soroka Hospital and at civilians in the center of the country. We will exact the full price from the tyrants in Tehran, Netanyahu wrote on X. The Supreme Court ruled Wednesday that a Tennessee law banning transgender medical procedures for adolescents in the state is not discriminatory, ruling 6-3 to uphold the law. At issue in the case, United States versus Skirmetti, was whether Tennessee's Senate Bill 1, which prohibits all medical treatments intended to allow a minor to identify with or live as a purported identity inconsistent with the minor's sex, or to treat purported discomfort or distress from a discordance between the minor's sex and asserted identity, violates the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. Writing for the majority, Chief Justice John Roberts ruled that the law question is not subject to heightened scrutiny because it does not classify on any basis that warrant highlighted review. This case carries with it the weight of fierce scientific and policy debates about the safety, efficacy, and propriety of medical treatments in an evolving field, he said. The voices in these debates raise sincere concerns. The implications for all are profound. The U.S. Navy has achieved its fiscal year 2025 recruiting goal 3 months ahead of schedule, positioning the Maritime Service Branch to send more than 40,000 future sailors to basic training by the end of the summer. More qualified and motivated Americans than ever are stepping forward and answering the call to serve their country, Secretary of the Navy John Phelan said in a statement. The world is more complex and contested than it has been in decades, and our ability to respond starts with our greatest asset, our people. The Navy, which reached its recruiting goal on Wednesday after contracting 40,600 future sailors, has been focused on connecting with qualified and motivated candidates across the U.S. The Sea Service's increase in recruits can be attributed to President Donald Trump's leadership, as well as the dedication of the U.S. Navy's recruiters, according to Phelan. Japanese-owned Nippon Steel completed its long-sought acquisition of U.S. Steel, capping a years-long politically fraught effort to purchase the Pittsburgh-based company. President Biden, citing national security concerns, sought to block the deal, and Trump opposed it while on the 2024 campaign trail. The deal is unique in its inclusion of the U.S. government on the company's board. Nippon also agreed to make an investment of over $11 billion in U.S. Steel. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.